Working? Mike's mostly working. Looks like it's working. Right on. Let's get some. Let's get my chat bot up. Let's get some tunage rolling. Ba 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 da da. There it is. Tunage. Tunage. Oh, that's spooky tunage. I don't want spooky tunage. Victory music. We can go with that. All right. All right. Good morning, folks. I hope you're doing well today. Ooh, that changed energy very quick. It's a little too much energy for how much energy I have this morning. It makes me want to be pumped. I'm tired. The coffee will kick in eventually. Ah, how you doing this morning? Alrighty, let me see. Just gonna give it a little bit more time. So, not too much to talk about today. We got most of the really kind of interesting stuff over here at IronVerse Comics last stream, which day before yesterday, I want to say. So, check that stream out. Forgot what it's called. So, being super helpful. But definitely check that on out if you're interested in the updates. Mainly, I show off the standee and I talk about a interesting encounter. Nothing major. I do look like I just woke up. No, that's alright. Because I did. I woke up, I fed the animals, and now I'm here. Mainly because I gotta do some stuff this morning I'm not super hyped for. I'd be proud to do it, and I finally got the materials to get it done right, but I'm not in any rush to do it. I'm gonna wait till it warms up outside a little bit, an hour or two. So I was like, yeah, I'll come here. I'm trying to put in about an hour of some kind of drawing practice a day. I'm not like, it was day 2, so I'm not getting all that far right now. But that's gonna be what we're doing for, I don't know, second half of this. It's just watch me do some drawing practice, mainly three dimensional object practice. I'm starting at the ground up. Maybe some practice in breaking down a figure into 3-dimensional shapes. I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing. Something like that. To do that, I'll try and draw something from reference again, which I had a lot of fun doing, but I don't know how constructive that is. Really don't. I have no idea. Because I don't know what I'm doing when I'm doing that stuff, so we're just gonna be doing that. No, we're just kinda hanging out. Alright, next. There we go. We'll keep with this metal until well, hopefully it wakes my ass up. Not really much of it until. Oh, looks like I need to clean that out. No. Not good to clean enough? No, I gotta clean it. I need to check. Oh, it's just significant quiet. That's interesting. Guys, super interesting for you folks, I'm sure. Oh, whoa. Oh, well. I was trying to turn the sucker up, and instead I fast forwarded like crazy. Doesn't matter what, just give me something. Alright, so what exists? Is it significantly louder than this one? Significant. I think my stereo balance. Promising content. Balance. Interesting. As far as I can tell, it is not one. But it is significantly louder. Balance. Alright, folks. I'm back. I exist. No more delving into audio issues. Just to see if that's the issue. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have anything specific to talk about this morning. I just wanted to be here and hang out. It's still much louder in my left ear. Huh. See? Doesn't seem to be the connection either. It would have to be connection for the computer, maybe? I know a super intense contact. Oh, that's significantly. Why? Why though? Part going on. Ah, that's gonna bug me. I don't want it just one ear being louder than the other. Why would it be? Alright, be right back. I know you can't wait. quick yet. Woo! 15 minutes of the most exciting content on YouTube. Alright. It's not a connection issue. Octane. Action, action, action. I don't know what you expect. Look, that's got nothing in it. Just for the hell of it, see this fixes. No. Yeah, you guys are still getting audio. Man, now I'm not getting anything out of this one. Huh. Something out of this one. Ooh, definitely something getting out of this one. Woo! My octane. Why? Nothing. Huh. At least it's content. Okay, definitely coming out there. What if, and pardon me folks, because this is going to blast you. It's just significantly quieter. Does that one? It's way quiet. With audio files. So it is the speaker itself. Huh? It is the speaker itself. Okay, I think I know what's happening. Okie dokie spooky. Do I have anything? What do I do? Surprised if there's anybody watching this. Insane. This is not the highest quality content you can receive on IronVerse Comics. It certainly is content. This will be known as the stream where I spent the first 20 minutes fucking with headphones. It shall be legendary. Ooh. I think I might have got Still super biased to the left ear. Weird. And I don't know why. Like, ridiculously biased. I'm gonna try one more thing, folks. Why not? It has everything to do with nothing to do with that. Everything to do with this, huh? Anything else I can do to clean that out better? Ooh, it does pop out. And there it is. That's the problem. Found the problem. Oops. It's a ridiculous amount of accumulated resources. Let's just call it that. best part. No, I do have replacements. Said 2 people watching. Ah, the glory of the internet. Oh. Folks are doing well. But we did succeeded. Sort of. There we go. Woo! Victory! Victory! Alright, turn this down. Found what the problem was, solve the problem. Go down to respectable levels of music. Ah, all nice and balanced. It sounds good. Happy Cody. Alright. I guess we're just gonna go to drop then, folks. Spent the first half hour of the stream trying to fix this headphone situation. I don't think there's anything I need to show you this morning from IronVerse Comics. Guess there's something I want to check in on. I don't think there's any other digital work to do. Oh, that's a good track. This is why I wanted the sound. Good balance. Alright, you know what? Actually, I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Doubtful you missed me. Okay. I exist. I promise you. I'm back. Oh, I'm back, but I'm missing something I need. Oh, there it is. Cool. Got the ever useful tissue paper. It's probably the highest quality stream I've ever put on YouTube. And Twitch, honestly. It's unbeatable. Woo! Alright, folks. So, we can get to drawing. We can get to writing. Trying to think what I'd rather do. Since no one's here to help me decide, I'm gonna have to decide myself. Let me see if there's a thing. Aha! Oh. What do you think? Turn that down on my end so it's just in the background. Alright, so this is randomwritingprompt.com. I don't need it seasonal. Main characters should be an adult. They should be trying to buy something, but their enemy is reaching out for help. It should be set in captivity at a time. It should be an urban fantasy story. That's a lot. That's a lot. I don't think that's what I want. Let's see here. Okay, main character's unspeakable horror. Trying to find a new lover, but something feels wrong. The wake from major world-changing event. But it should be a period drama. It's the period drama part that throws that out the window. But it is a random writing prompt. That's what is what I was asking. Well, nobody's here. I might tick away at the thing. Should I tick away at the thing? Howdy, Neostar. Somebody is here. Look at that. Good morning. At least on my end, it's morning. Or it's probably morning for you too. It just might be later in the morning. I'm on the second or so cup of coffee, so I'm finally starting to wake up. You missed the most exciting part of the stream, which was spending the first, I don't know, half hour fixing these headphones, so the balance was right. The thing that needed to be fixed was disgusting. If you're curious, right? Welcome, Neo. Welcome. So I was figuring out what I wanted to do. We were either going to write or I was going to go straight to drawing. I think I'm going to write, and just as you came in, I was like, oh, nobody's here. I'm going to go ahead and work on the thing. I still might want to work on the thing. But if I do work on the thing... I have to be very careful. Oh, the stream quality went down significantly. Is it gonna go back? Yes. Okay, it'll go back. Alright, the stream quality dipped real hard there for a minute. Sorry. When nobody was watching, I wasn't paying attention to that, but it seems to be holding most of the time. So we've got this writing prompt. I could probably do something with this. It's kind of funny. Kind of feels like a challenge. Let me see. Let me go over here so I don't open anything stupid. And this is the drawing cam work right now. In fact, I kind of want... see if I can get this working. Images. Needs to be pretty HD. Will that do what I want it to? It might. It just might. By the way, you finally got all 6 members of the Skull Gang drawn. Well, good. Any progress is good progress. That's voice certain. Alright, so we're going to fix this on up. Yes, I am stalling. How did you know? No. So this is gonna just, yep, there you go. Is that better? I feel like it's kind of better. Oh, well, everything's getting moved. Howdy, Death God. Just got done watching Superman and Lois. So you're all caught up on your shows. That being, oh, good. I think I actually did catch up on Young Justice up till the point that they, re-released it. Or did another new season, right? Didn't they do a new season recently? Young Justice? Like, I haven't seen that. I liked Young Justice. That works for the drawing one, right? So you can see more at the same time. Chat's like super visible. That's all I'm going for with this, right? Because like I don't need it, but I think it helps chat be more visible, right? I don't know. But welcome, Death God. I started Superman and Lois. I really liked the literally started. I think I watched the part of the first episode, and then it turned into a teen drama. And like I couldn't hang. It would be the term. I couldn't hang. But it seemed high quality if that's like your deal. But it also seemed like the Superman bits would be really good. So I can't say much beyond that. Oh, and then I see what's happening here. Let me wow! What do you think? I think that works. Allows me to use the larger screen here for like with the drawing stream and stuff, but which we will do here in a minute. Ironman encounters and battles each member of the Skull Gang since they're his arch enemies, apart from the Dread-On organization. Dread-On. Second half of season 4, and that works. Yes, got it. Okay. Howdy, Matt. Welcome as well, Mr. Reese. Hope I'm saying that right. I feel so bad if I'm not. But let me know if I'm not. So folks actually started showing up. I'm judging time, right? I've been up for almost 2 hours, streaming for the last 43 minutes. The first half hour or so was me just futzing with headphones, so you guys didn't miss anything. Unless that's the kind of high quality content you want, which I can do it again. Kind of both actually fair, but the Superman bits are really good, as is the character relationships and family dynamics. Though, yeah, a bit of teen drama. Yeah, that's where I lost interest. But I've heard people really liked it. So, good on you. Good on you. Coffee. Alright. So, I got... here's the thing. Is that better? It covers up the dog. That bothers me. But then you guys, can you read chat better? Is the blue background just stupid? I don't know. I think this one, I prefer being able to see the dog. Then this one, that's cool. I'm fine with it on this one. I think it's set up better for that. Alright. Yeah, we'll just go with that. And it highlights chat more. Good. Yeah. I'm fine with this one. I like this one. It's got the whole shtick of, I'm the man on your TV, on your screen. Superman and Lois gave the vibe of a rehash of Lois and Clark in a way that avoids giving Dean Cain any money. I could see them doing that. Dean Cain's not Hollywood's most favorite person. Alright, the other option is I switch. It looks like there's red screens as an option. And of course there's black screens as an option, which... Black screen might be better than the blue. We'll go with the blue. I like the blue. We'll go with the blue for now. And then if I need to swap it on out, I can. But if you like dog, you like dog. I like dogs. There's a crypto. Surprisingly, teen drama gets to the point of teen drama. then has the most unreasonable, mature response. Well, that's interesting. But I guess because they're the family of Superman, they come to logical conclusions. Got it. You're thinking about backing Terror in the Trenches with your first paycheck. Oh, interesting. I backed Terror in the Trenches. I'm very interested in the art, right? And I've worked with Von Klaus. He did deliver Monster MD. I don't know if it was late, and I know some folks like, how do I put it? The Monster MD was not this huge critical darling, is the best way to put it, right? Like it was decent as far as I could tell, but like it didn't blow apart crowdfunded comics, to say the least, right? Which I think it might have had the potential for a new project kind of coming out of nowhere. Um, but it also, like, he didn't go straight to Monster MD2, right? Um, he went to Terror in the Trenches. I like Terror in the Trenches visually, like, a whole lot, and I think I think it asks quite a bit of his writing to keep up with that art style, so I'm very interested on how that works. So I got it a lot out of curiosity, and because I really like the artwork. I didn't back Monster MD, so I can't say much about that. But yeah, I mean, if that's where you want to back, man, go for it. You're waiting for Obviously, and you want to check out Brutus the Badass and Jaeger Bomb by Delay. Man, Brutus has such a interesting production. Let's just say that. As far as I'm aware, it's very, very late. Unless it did it come out. Because I know there was a weird shtick, and now that shtick, in terms of like there was a creative fallout, and then now that fallout's no longer there, right? Like, I'm very confused with that. Delay has chilled out a lot over the last, I don't know, year. So, I mean, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a real good thing. He's been more supportive of a lot of different projects that he was not so supportive before, which is nice, but also gets me asking questions. But I'm coming from a creator, right? I'm coming from a creative bit, not a fan bit. I just hope the books are fun, right? Like, if it's something you want to back and you're interested in, go for it. Like, I have no qualms there. I think his art style can be very, very unique, but it hasn't been up my alley yet. I've seen some pretty cool pieces, but honestly, my favorite Brutus the Badass piece was by Rob Willis and Kyle Ritter, right? Like, it was not Delay's work. So, I don't know. I don't know. But if something you want to check out, check it out. Crowdfunded comics on my radar right now. I'm waiting for the Demons Omnibus to launch from Mr. Carpenter after I get my girl with the mega fists in, then I'll consider backing Demons. Terror in the Trenches, yeah, I'm just waiting for, but it's still in demand and in production, right? God, right now, what did I back? I backed Otis Stein. Because I backed the first one, and Skinny's a cool cat. He delivers. The books are definitely have a lot of room to grow, I'll say, but they're unique. You can check out my review of Otis Stein, in fact, #1 on the channel if you're curious. That's the most recent book I backed, was Otis Stein 2. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that's like, oh man, that looks so good on my radar. Um, but that doesn't mean there's nothing out there. And I don't know Jaegerbomb. I don't know Jaegerbomb. You're looking forward to Terror in the Trenches? Yeah, so am I. Yeah, he's still delivering internationally. Okay, I thought that's what that was. Part of me really wants to see Brutus. We could certainly use more big guys / powerhouse heroes in the indie scene. Sure. There's room for so very, 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 very much in the indie scene. Like, infinite room. As long as you got your book, you're happy, and there's a lot of the indie stuff you want back. Question, does Kickstarter do in demand or no? No, it does not. Kickstarter, once the campaign ends, it's on. It's dead. Like, it's done. Yeah, there's no, that's one of Indiegogo's things. That's why in is part of the branding, right? Indiegogo, in demand. So no, if you're thinking of backing a Kickstarter book, you have to do it during their campaign, or you have to wait till they release it somewhere else, if they even do that. So I recommend, yeah, if it's a Kickstarter and it's only on Kickstarter and only will be on Kickstarter, snag it. Snag it if it's something you want to support. Don't even wait. Don't even wait. I got my Common America 5 in, right? So I'm excited to read that. Catch up on that series, which consistently delivers and consistently entertains. So I'm excited to jump into that. But that's on Indiegogo right now, right? And they don't go into demand either. They just run a very short campaign for folks who want to just back on Indiegogo. But again, it's not something I'm looking forward to because I got it. I got my book already. Before they finish campaigning for everything, which is excellent. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's another one, and I might be forgetting a book I'm waiting on. I think Saving the World is going to an art book next, so I'm just waiting on my, what's Saving the World 7 already? Something like that. I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting on more than I want to back. There was a huge wave of creators, including myself, running campaigns from this early point in the year, right during the late winter, early spring, and those campaigns have ended. So I think we're kind of hitting a different vibe. I'm kind of looking forward to. Oh God, what was that called? I want to say it's called Destroyer Reaper, but it's Joe M. Sontag's book. It looks like kind of classic 90s stuff, but with a bit more edge to it, which is saying a lot, right? It's like early Image stuff was all edge, but it wasn't. They just tried to make it look edge, so I think he's leaning more into it. So I'm kind of interested in seeing that. Reaper Destroyer, I think is what it's called. I'm kind of interested in that. He's got a hell of a team on it, and his line art's really cool. But that doesn't launch for a bit, if I remember right. And that's it, man. Like, nothing's really out there that I'm like, oh my god, right now. I've kind of gone to, like, creators I want to support more than books I want at this point, which is kind of a trip. Yeah, I don't know how the Spawn universe is going, but you want to pick up King Spawn as well, and you got issue 1 of Scorched Gunslinger. Let me know how Gunslinger is. I like the idea of him, of Spawn in a 10-gallon hat. I think it's hilarious. I think the design's like very unique, and it was a very interesting choice for the cowboy, but a lot of the artwork that's being done is excellent. And of course, Brett Booth's pencils are going to be excellent. Like, Brett Booth is killer. Jaegerbomb is DeLay's next work with a different artist. Interesting. It's about a luchador who fights kaiju. Right on, that sounds like a fun idea. Oh, okay, folks, let me see. We're almost at an hour. All right. About 5 minutes, we'll swap to something. I was thinking of doing writing in a particular thing that's kind of a spoiler, but more people showed up than I thought were gonna this early in the morning, and I don't really want to spoil this secret project I'm working on. Because it's, I think it's cool. Oh, and I don't even have it open anyway. I have to find it. I could either do writing or we go to, like, if I'm going to do drawing, it's just practice, folks. It's not going to be anything fun. It's going to be 3D shapes and maybe a reference drawing after I practice the 3D shapes. I've got so much fundamentals to work on that, like, it's going to take forever. Most of the sketch cards I'm going to do will probably be mainly reference based, which sucks. It's not tracing, but it's as close as you get, right? Like the poses and stuff. But that's what I'm going to be able to do at my skill level. So it is what it is. It will help the drawing be at least recognizable. But I want to improve. So the main basis of drawing, as far as I can tell, at least 3D figures and such, is 3D shapes. And so I've got to practice them like crazy till I can get them down to something recognizable. So that's what we're going to do when I swap to the drawing part. And again, we might do another reference piece like I did off of Jack, the first drawing stream. Nothing incredible or anything, but everybody starts somewhere. And I at least want to be showing that I'm not trying to just, on the sketches with my skill. I don't want to be putting out just stick figures for folks. They really wanted the work to be something, so I'm gonna do my best to make it something. But it's gonna be what it's gonna be, right? In fact, I think I know what I'm gonna have to do when I do it. So that is what it is. That's fine though. But we're working towards that, right? So Mrs. H has. So what I'm planning to do, since Mrs. H is doing sketch cards alongside me, right? Like she's doing you're getting 2 sketch cards for the price of that one, thanks to her. Wonderful, wonderful lady. The cards themselves she's making up, and so once I get those in, I'll actually start those drawings whether or not payment is cleared. I don't expect payment to clear, so like payment from GoGo from their own estimates should have went out already, but since January, the tax rules have changed, right, for payment processors, and in their case, what they're doing kind of counts as that, even though they go through Stripe, I want to say. Um, they're taking longer because I think they're getting all the tax stuff done before they send out the money, which covers their own ass, right? I think that's what's going on. So Brainy Pixel, wonderful folks over there, we've worked with in various capacities. Let me know that, like, they said it would take a week and a half to process it, and it took them a month and a half. So we'll see when the payments clear. We're still in production, right? I'm waiting for new pages for Maxi. Steve's doing his thing, which is good. He needs time to finish some more by the horn stuff. And we'll see how that goes. But yeah, disbursement hasn't been set out yet, as I thought. Oh, I should check that too while I'm here. And then we'll get into either writing or drawing. I still haven't decided what feels the best yet. If I'm writing the thing I wanted to write, I shouldn't really show you folks because it's gonna be Patreon exclusive until it's done. And done with it, I don't know if it's a weird ongoing creative thing I'm doing with this. So I don't know. The best way to put it. Excellent. Cool. Alright, so that's all fine. I think people might like it. I think it's a cool concept, and it feeds into another concept I really liked in comics, that a trope of a character, and I think it works for Jack as well. Really well, actually. guess we'll just go to drawing. So it's gonna be fun. It's just gonna be drawing a bunch of cubes, folks. Like, enjoy cubes and spheres and cones, and pyramids, and all of that. Like, you don't really like. Of course, that's not very exciting for me either, but it's kind of important. So let me. How do I want to do this? I guess I'll go up here. You folks are still here, so. Then I have to do some things. I gotta sit up, forward, move the camera, all of that. Let me know. We'll go over here. Alright, so that's just seeing the room. And then it needs to focus. Let's see. I think I can get it closer. Focus! There we go. Alright. Alright, and then I need to move these headphones. That was yesterday's practice. I've got so far to go. But, is what it is. So, I mean, the first 2 pages of this sucker were the same thing. So, Dollar Coins sent me a couple tutorial videos for starting out. And, it was just shapes. So that's what this was done. And then, you know, I started this, opened up this sucker. And it's the same thing, right? Like, it's asking you to do the same things. So before you can get anywhere, you gotta get these suckers down. So, that's probably what we're gonna do is these suckers. And then basically, I think as you do these enough, the idea is you get comfortable with defining shapes in more traditional senses. That made no sense. Defining shapes, defining complex images into basic shapes, and that's what we're practicing. Not, again, not an artistic pro, so it's gonna be what it's gonna be. There we go. Is that better? It actually is a little better. Cool. It's better for me too. It's nice this camera has a light, because the light I'm using over there does not help. So let's see. Yeah, I guess that's one. Set up a page here. It's a pretty dynamic comic page. They give you that. They're also very busy. I'm not working on actual comic pages. No, no siree. I'm nowhere near that. Nor do I actually have a desire to do full-on comic pages at any point. I don't think I'm going to be able to put in the time to do that. But for this, let's do... Oh, nope. Angle's off on that. That's better. It's parallel, so it's actually off on that too a little bit. Yeah, so there we go. What I need to be, the main thing with any of my creative processes, is I need to be way more patient. I'm a very impatient creator. Very impatient. I'm all about instant gratification, and that's not great. Especially in drawing, but in writing it can be a problem too. Nope, too tight. It's better, but it's not it. I mean, it's acceptable, but it's not straight. Ta-da! A perfectly imperfect cube. In fact, it's not even much of a cube. It's a rectangle. Is what it is. Let's try this again. Nope. I keep doing that. Let's try for something different. Let's do better than that. Those actually aren't centered as part of it. Interesting. Do better. There's a better way I can hold this book open. Maybe not. Maybe not. That's okay. Oh, stretch. Uno momento, por favor, amigos. Oh, I think I need to go turn off the coffee pot, too. Alright. Be right back. Be right back. Hold. Hold. Hold the line. I'll be back. Okay. Okay. I shall return. Yerky. I return. Stop holding your breath now. I have returned. Brighten your day with my poor comprehension of three-dimensional shapes. View them and worship me. There we go. Alright. Okay, back to it. Let's do... It needs to be a much flatter angle, which I was not very successful at. Which my lines all end up curved as well, which is excellent. But cube! Again, not perfect. At all. Perfectly perfect circle. Not at all. Ugh. Look at that gross circle. Ugh. It's just a gross circle. I think a lot of my circles end up like that. Particularly lopsided. not unfixable, but it is definitely lopsided. We can work with a lopsided shape. It's not impossible to work with a lopsided shape. As long as it does what I want it to do. So not excellent. Ooh, new piece in from dollar coins. Look at that. Let's see. See if I can get him in here, because he was very helpful. The cone is easy. Cone's never been. But my spheres, of course, ain't that around. Let's do this sucker. Pyramid's not that hard. Oh, that's terrible. That's way too round. It's supposed to basically match the top of it there. That doesn't, but it gets the idea. Half circle. That one's good. Try that. Kinda. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, howdy, Dollar Coins. I was gonna see if you'd stop by. Yeah, I woke up basically around the time I usually wake up for work today. Alita was like, I'm hungry. Let's get up. And so I'm like, okay. I usually want to sleep in when I can, but couldn't do it today. So spent the first half hour of the stream futzing with the headphones to get them to work and all that. And then here we are, just doing... I'm trying to get an hour in a day. This was yesterday's. So, I mean, I'm getting into it. I did that lesson you sent me from that fella. And then this book, of course, has the same, like, this is where you start, man. So I'm like, okay, this is where I need to start then. And so I just practice these until, like, they're second nature. Then once they're second nature, then I can probably start breaking down more complex figures into these basic, 5 or so basic shapes. And then once I got that, then we're in business. But we'll see what can be done. I'm definitely not. I barely know what I'm doing, right? Like, let's try this half-eaten donut. Macaroni. All right. There's a lot of this with Jack too, so honestly, there's a lot of curves in most characters. Yeah, so I did that this morning. just because I've been trying to do it. I had another one that was like a cracked screen, but the crack was like a white, so it kind of made it much harder to read. I noticed the top of this, which is the newest stuff, is kind of hard to read. Um, Let me flip it and see if that's a little bit better. That way, like the older stuff is what's harder to see. The sucker, and then transform, flip, vertical. No, I don't want flip vertical. Transform again. Flip vertical back, please, and then I guess flip horizontal is what I want. Flip horizontal. Yes. Yeah, that's a little better. That's a little bit better. Yeah, so now you can read the newer stuff, and then as it goes. Yeah, I did that there, and then like on this screen, which is more the chat screen, right? I could do it too, but then it covers up the doggo. I don't really want to cover up the dog. So I'm considering if that's what I want to do or not. It's kind of hard to decide though. So yeah. I know you folks need a bigger screen for this kind of stuff, so here we are, right? And it works. It works for now. Oh. But yeah, again, just trying to put in at least an hour a day of this. Hopefully it actually leads somewhere, right? I may not be perfect. I may not know what I'm doing, but intent and willpower is how you gain any skill, right? So that's not great. We're doing an egg shape, folks. That could have been worse. Oh god, that line though, that made it much worse. This is the line that's kind of not so great. I need to find, like, I bought a whole packet of these. I can't seem to find it. It was a new packet too. I don't know where I put it. But like they're of use now, so like be good to find it. So we're gonna do this for a little while, just shapes, super exciting, I'm sure, but then after we do some of these, I might try another reference drawing like I did with Jack on the last stream. Oh, I didn't. Oh, that's just a shorter tube. Well, it's worth trying. It's worth trying. So let's do the shorter tube. But it's a short tube, so then so you want to match that other line. Which I did not succeed, but the idea is there. Oh, let me see here. Let me see. It'll build up. You'll let you know what's next. Thank you, Dollar Coins. I appreciate that. Because, well, let's see. More complex shapes is what's next in this book. Teacups, basic gun shapes, right? Rockets. Basically turning these tubes and stuff into recognizable images is what's next in the book. And that'd be my guess is what I should do next. Even though you said toss out the book, the book's going to be helpful. But I'm very weak here, right? Like, I'm very weak. I like my little Jack sketch though. Jack sketch. All right. Sure. this is technically a cube, just right there, but I can alter it a little bit. And ta-da! Kind of. A good example is of it all. How flat I made that. That's basically impossible to pull off like I want to. This not being. A lot of the illusion magic in drawing is symmetry. It's very surprising to me how much is like just matching lines. Like technically that's a cube that you're viewing perfectly level at the side, right? Even though it's two boxes. Very much it's the same way you pull off that kind of pyramid, right? It's just a cube instead. Another type of pyramid. This type of pyramid is it's the same as this one though. It's just done differently. That's the one I was looking for. I was looking for the three-sided one. There's also the square pyramid right there, so this one. It's also that. Make those edges sharper to pull it off. After shapes, you'll next learn to apply textures over shapes. Oh, I get it. Kind of what I was doing here to do shadow and light, right? A little bit of that ball texture, right? A little bit there. That makes sense, actually, overdoing complex shapes, which is where this book goes. That makes sense. But the first texture you start with is crotch hatching, which is applicable for most of everything. Yeah. God, I didn't try cross hatching. I just did like one directional shading yesterday. But the guy did do cross hatching just for a second. He didn't show me how to cross hatch, but he did do cross hatching on shapes to emphasize the, right, to emphasize the side of something, right? But can I do that? Let me see. Let me check the camera real quick. I think I can. Yep. It's a little better. It's a little better. I wish I could get it straight on for you folks. It just can't be done. Not with my setup. I'm already I'm boxed in from the mic and from the camera, which is good. It forces me to stay here and do the work. But yeah. Still haven't done the three-sided one. Where was it? I did one of them. No, I did. Then I started a lesson by another guy who's a little bit slower, but I did like him. So this is the other one. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to do. Yeah, slightly better circle. Again, I'm not trying to mine for gold. I'm not going to become a pro, but it would be good to add the ability to sketch to the repertoire, especially if I have a specific, say, character design down the line in my mind, or I have it's something specific to communicate to an artist. It would be who of me to know what the hell I'm doing and how to communicate that in a visual manner instead of just a well, to be fair, reading is a visual manner, but instead of just in a reading comprehension kind of. Especially when there's a language barrier with your artist, right? What the hell is this? We've got Angel Choir coming in. Be fair, I'm okay with that. Okay. Sure, let's do it upside down. I haven't done it upside down yet. Oh, this one's a little bit more cocked. Not upside down still, though. Well, I guess it could be perceived as upside down, but not what I want. Do this upside down. Flip it so the flat angle would be up top, and then the sharp angles down here. There we go, I think. Guess that's upside down. Still not good. Impatience will do it. That's better. That one's better. Very uneven. This is better, but that's what it wants over there, but then to the left of it, it's all wonky. And the angle wasn't flat enough over here. No, it's too flat. So that's better. Is it good? No. But it's better. Cody, we're in middle school drawing again. I know. And Laguna's in the parking lot acting cool in his beat up Trans Am. Yep, that's the perfect picture. Doesn't matter because it's a Trans Am. It's true. It wouldn't matter, right? It would. He's a Chevy guy, but I don't know if he was ever a sports car guy. In fact, more so he was a Cadillac guy. He has a '73 Coupe de Ville. It needs work, but he does have a '73 Coupe de Ville. Or Coupe de Ville, I guess they would still pronounce it here. I don't know when things are French and when they're not in cars. Like we call it a coupe, even though it's a French. So I don't know. Don't ask me these things. Let's do it upside down. Let's see if I can. Big pimp car. That's what you can, instead of a muscle car, picture a big pimp car. That's more his style. Well, that's not bad. Actually, almost happy with that one. Howdy, Mr. Schmelling. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing middle school drawing. That's what's up, brother. That's what's up. Everybody starts somewhere, so that's what you're watching. It's a guy who has no idea what he's doing. Doing the basics. You aren't really missing much. Or you did miss much again. I was futz with my headphones for the first half hour of this, and then talked a little bit with chat when chat showed up, and then dove into this. Rise Man was gone, but not forgotten. Never forgotten. Never forgotten. My coffee may be forgotten and very cold, but Riser Man not forgotten. By the way, this mug available on IronVerseComics.com. I can say that it adequately and competently holds the liquids of which I desire it to hold. Crazy what you can do with beverage holding materials these days. I don't know, I phrased it better in the ad I did. I phrased it much better. Crazy what is achievable in the realm of beverage. Oh, I forgot I put beverage, like... Oh, it's gonna bug me. Holds liquids with relative competence when properly wielded. Incredible what can be done these days in the area of beverage management infrastructure. That was it. Beverage management. That was the words I used. Even I do this at times again. It's good to get back to the basics at times. For me, it's some writing today. Right on. I've got a secret thing I'm writing I need to share with Dollar Coins at some point to see if the idea is worth it. I was going to dive into it today if nobody was here, but people were here, so I'm like, no. Because it'll be just for the patrons if I do it. That's not perfect. But it doesn't need to be. It conveys the shape. I'm out of room on this piece of paper, though. Yeah, it's not good. Whew. Works. It's not good though. All right. If this one's wonky, it's kind of the point of this one. Wonky. Love it. Cool. You're probably one of the few that loves to watch someone writing the scripts. That doesn't seem to catch much down on. It really doesn't. I've done many script writing streams. People don't seem to care. If you want to watch a script writing stream, check this out. Because I was going to start doing those pretty regularly. But like, it didn't catch much interest. See if I can find it. No, I just want to go straight there if I can, please. There it is. There it is. And to be fair, the second script that was voted on by folks, I am super intimidated by it because the dialogue is very specific. Boom. But I wrote this whole short. God, what is that? That's October 20th. Wrote this whole 8-page Superman short, which I actually really like. The second one is supposed to be, which like I could just write, and then I need to, go back and then make the Southern dialogue work. Because Jonah Hex without his accent is not Jonah Hex. And that's why I'm super intimidated by it. Like doing just a general Jonah Hex story, no problem. You just write the Punisher in the Old West. But making it feel like Jonah Hex, like 99% of it is his accent. And that's bugging me. I was super intimidated by it, if I'm being honest. Like super, super intimidated by getting that Southern accent right. It's better. I mean, this has the same problem.
better. Still wonky. Because then this is off. Whatever. It was staring at me forever. Yeah. So I've done that. If you want to watch the script writing for this, it's totally on the channel if that's something you're interested in. For the Superman script, I like it. I think it's a unique take, and Superman's a hard character to write, and I think I did okay. Nothing incredible, but something okay. It was okay. But at some point, I'll probably revisit that idea. The other thing I was writing is not a comic script. It's definitely prose, but it's prose that I can manage with my attention span. Best way to put it. I really need to find the other pencils for this, because once this one's out of lead, I'm in trouble. I bought a bunch of pencils. I have no idea where they ended up. Legitimately no idea where they ended up. Oh, it's wonky as shit. Is that it? Nope, there's more lead here. Cool. That was just the tail end of a piece of lead. Excellent. So let's do this shape again. But from the other side. It's probably called IronVerse Comics Rights if you're looking for it. Technically works. That's not what I wanted though. Do you do little storyboards or? Yo, El Crudo, how's it going, brother? Do you do little storyboards or do the pages somewhat exist within your mind, including panels, in order to know how the scripted page is meant to turn out? No. It plays back as a movie in my head. So that's the best way to put it, right? Like I say, as a movie, like it plays back in real time in my head. The shot and the angle doesn't matter. To me, it's the scene, the dialogue, and the idea that it's supposed to be conveying. That's what plays back in my head, and that's what I write. The scene itself doesn't really matter too much. Like, well, it's not much of a spoiler, is it? Let me go back to Drive, and I'll show you issue 3 script if it's around here, or issue 2 script. Issue 3. No, the script's not in here. You kidding me, Cody? No, it's here. And not too much, El Crudo. Just drawing practice. Just drawing practice. Why isn't it opening? I can't tell you. They just open with Google Docs. So, boom. So, like, so you can see, like, I knew it would open with a splash page, a big page, right? So I'll do that, and then I'll describe what the scene is, whatever it is. There we go. So let's do that, and then I'll show you, like, what the final page ended up, right? And basically the medium of communication was the script, but Maxie takes it how he wants. Yeah, we can even show it with I guess I'll bring it over here. No, most rooms over there, but my drawing is in the way. But you can see it. So I call it a splash page, even though it wasn't really, but it was kind of built like one. So we get scene, tracker and shadow, and then what Maxie wanted to do. I keep minimizing it. I apologize there, folks. So what Maxie wanted to do, obviously, is he wanted more breathing room in the scene, so he added more panel. So Jack emerges smoking the pipe, which is what's happening in this, and I wanted it one page. That's what I saw. But at the end of the day, he wanted more breathing and more space and more communication, so that's what he did. Obviously, this doesn't have the script to it. So let me get one that has the script. Let me get one that has. Let me get a finished page. Colored pages, extras, letters. Jack 3, web, page 1. And so I rescript to the finished art. So that's what happened here, right? So instead we went with, a setting piece, and then we did a little bit of character growth, a little bit of character building, and then just gave it another breather moment to set the scene. Then go here, and then we're in C2, tracker, one-handed snipes, and he does a one-handed. Flying from the tree, jacking the pipe, and then escapes away from tree to tree. That's the scene, right? So he readies his rifle. We see him aim the scope, which is what he does. We see a thwick, which is totally true. It goes... and then we see the bullet, as I said, pattern, mystic looking, races forward. The bullet strikes the pipe, shattering it. The bullet explodes on contact in smoke, mixing with the pipe smoke into a skull-like shape. As you can see there, and then I changed the dialogue a little bit. Now that's how it's scripted. That's kind of how we do Jack there, if that's any help. But that's how I do my scripts. And then Maxie makes them actually kind of work, We actually skip the flare. He just kind of jumps off, and then we see him bouncing from tree to tree. This is true. We skip the flare shot. We just have him actually get aware of it and then jumps off, right? But yeah, that's how I do my scripts. And it's a lot easier to do these scripts. Like Dollar Coins, for instance. He doesn't like the panels in the scripts himself, as he says right there, right? So he's got a different approach. We've actually shown many Dollar Coin scripts. We showed this one last time, right? This is a Dollar Coin script right here, where he just does the pages. And then he does, it's more of a screen writing style of scripting, which works just as well depending on how you're trying to communicate things to the artist, right? For Dollar Coins, most of this is just him getting his stuff down so that either he'll draw it or he will then, talk to his artist about how it needs to be set up. Dollar Coins, like I said, he doesn't like panels. I do paneling. I like them because it helps me visualize the pacing. Like for me, again, Dollar Coins, I use it to visualize the pacing. But he says he just dropped the comic script format altogether. Nobody uses it. It has no purpose outside the circle, which is already tiny, which is true. It's filled with people who also don't use it and rather use the movie script format. Most comic pros don't use it like Alan Moore. Exactly. It's very true. But I use it for the panel pacing. That's the only reason I do the panels, right? Is so I can structure the page in my mind, at least in pacing. So it's helpful to me. At some point, it might not be. But for now, it's helpful to me. Because as you can see, Maxie does not ignore it, but it is definitely suggestion more than verbatim law, right? I don't expect him to use it. I just want to help define the pacing of the page better, mainly for myself, but sometimes it does affect Maxie, I can tell. So there you go. But this is the Dollar Coin script, right? Dialogue and action, right? Like there's action. This is kind of what it looks like. And so on. I don't like Alan Moore's scripts. I think he's up his own ass, like hardcore, when he scripts. He's basically writing a goddamn novel, which some artists may need, but like I think it shows a distinct lack of faith in the artist's ability to visualize themselves and what they're doing. But it's different. It's different. For instance, as Dollar Coins is given here, Bakuman shows this perfectly in the anime. The format constricts the main character's drawing ability, and Tagaki has to drop it and just write it out as a novel because you get more story that way. You get more of the vibe that way, right? That's It's true. I just don't think it does it with pacing because doesn't he do he does the names right himself. So that defines the pacing and the paneling, which I define in writing. But if I remember, in Bakuman, he does the names. The writer does the names, so the storyboards. So he covers the same kind of material, just in a different way than I do. But I could be wrong. I haven't finished the series, right? He stops doing the names. Okay, well there you go. So yeah, so that's why I said I have no idea. But at the beginning, that's what they did. So there you go. Almost happy to. I think that line is what fucks it up. So it's actually this. Eventually, we'll see what my growing process is, dog points. We're also constricting the artist's ability to do more. Well, there you go. There you go. Sure. Alright, I almost filled this page, and we're almost at an hour of practice already, even though there's been a lot of talking, so I'm not going to count it just yet. I'm in no hurry to get on top of the roof, but I got to do it within an hour or so before the winds kick up. It's all harsh, Cody, but I told Rob the same thing, and he's also stubborn but gets it. I mean, I understand. I don't like prose writing. Like again, I'll show you what I'm doing that's like that here soon, dollar coins. Um, and I'll see if you think it's a good idea. I think it is, and I think I've kicked this idea around before as well. So it's not like a new idea, but it's something I kind of want to fall through. That's an amorphous blob. That is terrible. That is just crap. Let's try this again. So here's another way to do a cube that a different guy was showing me as the lesson, right? If you want to throw in 1 point perspective into it, I guess. Perspective's a whole thing. Like I'll get into that at some point. That was my. I tried to dive straight into perspective the last time I tried to learn to draw, and that was a mistake. That was a mistake. I didn't understand it, and I think it discouraged me. But there's a little bit of 1 point perspective where it goes back, right? Just a small amount of it. Doesn't matter much if you're stuck in comics and it's your niche. But if you ever wanted to break out, you might as well be starting from day one and you have to unlearn everything you thought you knew. Totally fair. Like, the script writing format is more adaptable. I wouldn't argue that one bit. Like, again, like you said, nobody uses the comic format outside of comics. And even then, a lot of people don't use the comics format within comics. I would not argue against that at all. But everything in due time. Okay, I've almost filled up this page. Then I think the next thing I'll do is we'll try and do another drawing from reference. Let's try and reverse this. Well, technically that's from the side, but flat, so that's not great. Perspective is sort of simple. Its difficulty grows with more vanishing points. Yeah, what? You go up to... So 1 point perspective, not so bad. 2 point perspective and 3 point perspective. Like, that's blew my mind. Let's just say that. And then there's the fisheye lens kind of perspective where everything curves towards the center. But yeah, again, I don't know what I'm doing there. So I'm in no rush to get to that. I'll probably do I'm gonna do pretty much all the sketch cards based on reference. There's just no way around it. I'm not. I don't have the skills to not do that, so. But I'll try and be good about it. Howdy, Scott. Watch a few YouTubes on it. Yep, anybody can learn that. Let me. 1 point perspective is simply the center of the page. Yep, anybody can learn that. Yep, exactly. Watch a few YouTubes on it. Nobody cares about fisheye lens. Don't worry about silly things like that. I'm not worried about it. I'm just saying that's another perspective, right? For right now, I'm worrying about fucking basic shapes, brother. Don't worry about it. I'm not trying to run before I can walk, which is what I did with writing, right? Like, I'm really trying not to worry about that. I'd rather learn correctly. At least somewhat. And so we'll start with the basics. Morning, Scott. Once I fill this page, we'll move into drawing something. So if you guys have any ideas of something, of a character you'd like me to draw that isn't overly complicated with detail, let me know in chat and we'll give it a go. Then I'll just do it from references like I did with the Jack yesterday. It's terrible. And we have Mug. Because I wanted to draw Mug. Courage? Oh, that's a good... okay, I'm doing Courage. Good... Oh, man, thank you. It's like I've done Johnny Bravo before. Like, I need simple line art, right? Courage is a great example, man. Perfect. That's exactly what we're going to do. I can do Courage. Happy face Courage. Let's do... Scared Courage? No, let's do regular old... This one. We'll do this one. Perfect. Good call, Dark Horns. Huge influence, too. I fucking love that show. It was my jam for years. It was my favorite go-to show. Like, it and Samurai Jack were, like, the two best things I knew. Forever. Alright, that's a good call. Good call. Alright. Good call. 7 people watching this? Me be goofy? I appreciate that, folks. So, you know what? I want to talk about some of these things. But yes, good vibes indeed. Oh, thank you. That was a perfect choice. Perfect choice. So there's some cool stuff that happened on the channel that I didn't mention. And I kind of want to show you folks because I'm kind of proud. Not only did we hit 300 subscribers, right? And that's really cool. I'm very happy with that. But we hit a few different things. We hit 10,000 views. We hit 1,000 watch hours. And we hit 300 subs. And what I've been noticing, particularly lately, is more people are showing up in the live stream, like significantly more. I'm used to 1, 2, 0 to like 3 people is what I've been used to most of this channel's life. But like right now it says 7. You folks are wonderful. I don't know why you want to spend any time with me, but I appreciate it, right? So anyway, just wanted to give a thank you. Our views are also way up. Our watch time is up. Like people are actually investing in the channel, which is very heartening because you know, I do it because I love it. Like, if nobody was watching, I would do it, as you could see, because there's been a lot of times where nobody was watching and I was doing it. But it's a wonderful little extra little spur. And if people will do that, like, man, I'm happy to be here. Um, Not only in support of IronVerse Comics, but just like happy to be here with you folks. Um, it's a cool thing. It's a very cool thing, especially when you've been at this on as long as I have at this point. I'm gonna do that. Where do I do that when I have space? Right here. Can you guys even see that? No. There you go. No, it should be before the bend. That's the problem. There we go. There we go. Much better. Oh, it's terrible. It needs to be much wider. Terrible. Here I go wanting to draw a hat. I'm doing some shit. Did better yesterday. Oh well. Oh well. It's fine. My idea was just to do it, so we're just gonna do it. Tiny little crud hat. I guess we're moving on to courage. Let me do. There's space down here. Let me do another one of these. This one like stupid long. Let's see if I can pull it off. See if I can pull it off. And then yeah, we'll try some courage. That actually won't take too long, you know. Do some John Dillard. Crazy bastard, John Dillard. I loved his cartoon. His cartoon. Cartoon. See, my hope is to get to the level where I would be comfortable enough doing a cartoon strip. I don't want to do a full-on comic, but I would like to have that ability to at least do like little 4-panel consumable things. I think that would be a hell of a benefit. I don't know what I do in them, to be fair, to make them interesting, but I think it would be fun. Oh, this needs this, but I did it so tiny, it's tough. That's better. Alright. Oh, I guess I should, that way I can do something with it. God, I can barely write that. That's not how you write a 2, Cody. 2. I guess it was 4. stuff. Alright. Onto a fresh page. Get past all that. I don't need to know the basics of what a comic is built upon. I do know all the terms at least. Alright. Yep. 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 Something like that. Something like that. Alright. Erky dirky, folks. Oh, I could do that. I could do that. Give me a second. In fact, that's a smart idea. I like that, Cody. You're not always an idiot. Okay. Oh, I don't want it on this one. That's why it was weird. There's less room on this one. That's fine. Beep. There we go. I'm going with happy courage, not scared courage. Going with Muriel just gave him some dog food with vinegar courage. I guess I start with the chunk. With the chunk! Alright, let's start with that line. So I'll help determine the size, won't it? Oh, that angle's not right, it's sharper. And then we do the chunk. The chunk! The chunk! Right? No, not right. Not right at all. The chunk. Mine's already going to be a bit chunkier than normal. Needs to go longer. That needs to change angle for a longer period of time. Back curves quite a bit. Yeah, this is still maybe not chunky enough or long enough. Yeah. Yeah. There'll be a lot of this, folks, but that's how it goes. This angle is not sharp enough. Alright. I think that is fine. It's just, it's like it's flatter and longer than I'm doing. Something more like that. No, it goes out before it curves. Mine's not going out. Okay. Right, like, no, because it's still a flat angle like what I'm doing. So what am I missing here? Well, he did two lines for one. He did this line. And then off of this line, very slightly, but it is off of this line. He has another line. That's the belly line. That one, kind of. God, I keep hitting the same angles. They're not right. Because it's got this. I don't even know how to describe it. That's funny. I hit something right away that I don't get. Maybe I'm overthinking it a little. %100 possible. It's this nice curve by the bottom. I think I can do this. It's just gonna. Still feels like that's not long enough, but part of it is because the head is such a large part of the body. Do I listen to music during the scenes for my stories, or do you pick specific tracks or songs for specific moments? Nope. Nope. Sometimes I'm listening to music when I write, but like rarely. Most of the time I'm just 100% focused on the scene. I don't even hear a score in my head or anything. I just like, that's what I'm doing. His head's gonna be too small. It's the curve of the smile. Off of that curve. Oh, it's gonna be bad. Yeah, I was thinking it was gonna be a relatively easy character. I mean, relatively easy. This is not a complicated character, at least. But it was a good choice. It was definitely a good choice. It's like a goblin. I'm making a goblin for y'all. All right. Okay. I might not have left myself enough left. Defined. Oops, up to here. There's gonna be so much fixing. Oh. Coming together, actually. Oh, I see what it does. Yo, Just Dog, welcome, welcome. You've drawn a very badly done Courage the Cowardly Dog. Nah, it could be worse. Could be worse. Did drawing practice earlier as well, if folks are curious. You can watch earlier in the stream for that. Just shapes. Just shapes. My body's too chunky. Like the neck is right, but then not there yet, but better. Neck's still a little chunky, but it'll do. Curving right on either of these things. Howdy, Mr. 3DX and his amazing friends. Is drawing a hobby of yours? Because you honestly don't suck. No. I used to draw a little bit more when I was a kid, but not much. Like, I was never good. I never had the drive. But I had a tier that is sketch cards for this campaign. So if I'm not putting in work here, then the sketch cards are going to suck, and those people aren't going to get value from their purchase. So practice it is. Now, thank you. I do suck, but not as bad as I could, right? The comics industry is dying. I have no idea. I don't see the numbers, nor do I pay attention to the mainstream. I think the indie comics system is exploding in both quality and number, and I am all there for it. Part of that is because the mainstream is no longer serving their old fan base, but at the same time, there are plenty of Marvel and DC fanboys still out there. Whether they're actually genuinely excited or they just love supporting the company, right? I can't tell you, but they're doing well. Now, if you include manga and manhwa and even European comics are doing great. Comics are fucking exploding in popularity, and again, I'm all here for it. But if you're just talking about the big two, yeah, I don't think they're in their heyday. I can say that for sure. I'm saying that. Oh, I see what he did with this other eye, though. Okay. There we go. Happy Kurt smile. Ha, nah, for someone who doesn't draw, you're decent. I suck. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I'm definitely somebody who doesn't draw. I could say that again and again. I'm definitely not somebody who draws. But, learning because I have to. It's the right thing to do. And because, you know what, it's a skill I'd love to have. Working in comics and all, it'd be great to, I was just saying, it'd be great to at least feel confident enough to release a strip, or at least feel confident enough to release a strip, even if it's not very good. Like, a lot of people do comic strips with no artistic talent, and that's always heartening for me. There's a whole bunch of ways to go with this. Well, let's knock this. I love this tail. It's just a little star. That's adorable. My Courage tail's a little bit, a little thicker, a little thinner. Nobody specified what they wanted yet. Book Panic, thank you for buying the sketch. Mrs. H is doing the same sketch for up to the first 42 or 52 purchases. So you're getting 2 sketches. They will be of the same character, though, both from me and then Mrs. H. This is just me practicing, so only one person specified what they wanted so far. And what I'm going to do is, once the money clears from Indiegogo, then I'm going to send an email out to everybody who did the sketch purchases, either from Illustrator Monk or myself and Mrs. H, and then we'll ask what they want, and then in the order that they come in, we will do them on stream, or at least I will do them on stream, and then Mrs. H will do hers as she does them, and Illustrator Monk will do the 5 that he did as he is able to. Hopefully that helps you kind of understand how we're going about it. But yeah, you haven't missed anything yet, my friend. You have not. We haven't gotten to that point yet. This was a Dollar Coins recommendation because I am learning, I'm still learning. We spent the last hour or so on practice stuff, so this was just a simple character that I could draw. I spent the first part of the stream just doing shapes. That ear too small. Significantly too small. Okay. Well, that's what you get for filling it in too early, Cody. Wondering why it looked weird. Needs to. Ow. Okay. Big old hound dog ear. That's what it needed. So my angle's off. I do. It's on my fridge, Dollar Coins. Things started to fall apart after Civil War. I can't tell you. Like, I was current in Civil War. I did read Civil War. I liked Civil War, but yeah, they got very happy with Civil War as an event, and they definitely started leaning heavily into that idea. Really that long? Doesn't feel like it's that long, but more trouble with this than I thought I would, but that's okay. Something like that. Yeah, it goes past the tail, but it feels stubbier. The ear feels stubbier. I'm not sure what the problem is with the ear yet. Honestly, not sure. I'll figure it out. I think part of it is this wasn't big enough. This is probably wider. Yeah, that. Up further. That angle I'm doing there is wrong. Doesn't look right. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the ear. I'm gonna skip to something else. So I'm gonna undo the ear and then we'll come back. Where did I put that eraser? What happened? Where's the eraser? Where's the chunky eraser? I need that one for this ear. Where's the chunkster? Where's my chunk? Oh, there it is. There it is. We'll come back to the ear. And we'll come back. The ears are proving difficult. But yes, I do still have that sketch card. It's on my fridge. Dog coins. Marvel had a really solid 10 years from about the late 90s. What is it? Most people consider One More Day. Like that was the big like turning point for Marvel. Too fat. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about that right now. One whisker. I love it. Just one whisker hanging off from the side there? Oh, that's adorable. Okay. That's not the right angle. But that's an adorable concept. I love it. Okay. This one is kind of going out here. That goes pretty far. It's actually a pretty big whisker. And there's one dot. Fix that. There's two whiskers on this guy. There's one kind of going out here. And there's another one going out here. Whiskers! Okay, this one's too long for how I did the other ones. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Do the noodles. Noodle arm time. A bit too much space. Yeah, okay. hands aren't perfect, but that'll totally do for right now. I can do the feet. They're way tiny. And the belly line is too long. So mine's taller. Mine is taller. That's just how it goes. Looking good so far. Thank you, thank you. What were your favorite Nicktoons? I remember Kablam. I remember Rugrats for a long time. Rugrats was a big one when I was a kid. Like I was like, 6 to 10. All Thornberries I watched. Like my favorite, and I don't think it was a Nicktoon, but like my favorite Nickelodeon program was Invader Zim, no question. Like it was not even a contest. I see everything I did wrong now. Head's not big enough. Body's too tall. Oh well. But that is what happened. This is head too big. Body's too tall. Oh well. Live and learn. Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Live and learn from the works of yesterday. Live and learn if you beg or if you borrow. Live and learn, you may never find your way. Ears were too big. Would work, but I filled it in too much. All the adaptations I have to do since I get the proportions right on the body. There's just this little pocket there of white. There's some space in there. Let's cancel this. Check chat in a second. Oops, apologies if I'm missing questions. Face wasn't big enough. Body was too big. Try and get this down. Let's see if I can do that. I know it's a coloring thing, but I think you'd also get it with the shading, right? Let's go with this round accents the curve. That's kind of encouraging music right here. Body too long. Body too long. But there's courage. Can't miss any points. Oh, yep. Let's make that clearer. Then let's get that dot a little clearer. Again, thank you to all coins for the suggestion on what to draw. This was feasible, right? Like, it wasn't some crazy, hyper-detailed 90s image drawing, which I'm hoping I get a lot more suggestions akin to this. This ear's a little smaller than it should be. There's a lot of little things that aren't great about it, but missing anything else? Is that curve? This curve could be a little better. There we go. This actually should be more like that. Yeah, that's a courage. Oh, I think that's all the details, right? Spots, tail. Let's do the tail a little bit different. There you go. Lots of little things that aren't great. But there you go. Yeah, 28, right. Yeah. There you go. Oh, head needed to be bigger. Body's too big. But has courage. You love pretty much all of them until Rocko's Modern Life. You never got that one. That one was very much adult oriented. It's part of it. He writes, he draws, he sings. I don't sing well, but I do sing. There we go, folks. Let's see. 3 hours stream, not bad. That means I put in a little extra time drawing today, which is good. Any extra time drawn, I'm happy with. I need to have breakfast and then I gotta go crawl on the roof. This was me stalling to get on the roof and do some roofing stuff. So, thank you guys for justifying my stalling. So I gotta work with some roofing tar and all that. It's not gonna be fun. But it is so necessary. These spring winds have been killer. It's a tall chunk. Looks better on camera than in person. Like significantly better on camera than in person. Which I'll take. Does he do anything with those feet? No, they just attach. And they're a little bit looser than my feet, which is kind of funny to me. So I'll scan this in some point here before I go up on the roof and I'll post it. And folks can see it at the highest def possible and be subjected to my artistic talents. Whatever you want to call them. Yeah, he's too tall. He's too tall. Just too much chunk. This needed to go down about right here. But otherwise, it's actually not too bad. Oh. Oh, okay. Let's see, is there anything that occurred? They delete Twitter yet? It's Thursday. Alright. Okay, folks. How does he walk on those feet? It's always one toe to the ground, right? Like, it's adorable. It's like he's tiptoeing everywhere. If there's a box cyclop, that would be the most. Creepypasta stuff. Yeah, how much? Video unavailable. That's an awful lot. Just wanted a walk cycle. unavailable. So it's the one guy who had posted that stuff that's gone. Well, that's annoying. But yeah, as I show you, he just tiptoes everywhere. Now, logistically, how does he walk in this field? I have no idea. But, like, in the show, it's all tiptoeing, which is great because he's a scared dog, right? Yeah, here. There's going to be some here. Tiptoe.
This stinks! I hate it this way.
What's wrong with it?
Less cheese!
It just stands on those big toes.
More macaroni.
More macaroni.
Less macaroni.
I hate cheese.
More cheese!
Too much cheese.
More cheese and macaroni.
Oh.
Too much macaroni!
It's a great bit.
Ooh, perfect. I hate macaroni and cheese.
Pun! Alright. I hate macaroni and cheese. But there you go. You can see him walk on them tiny feet. Tiny feet walk. Okay, folks. I'm stalling now. I don't want. But okay, what time is it? Yeah, I should go do that before it gets to noon and the weather changes. So, can I do that? So just give me 1 second, folks. Fix something up and say goodbye proper. So what I need to do is hit this real quick. Move this sucker. Turn off the light so it's not blaring me in the face, please. Thank you. Alright. This should work. Hopefully. Yeah, here I am. I exist. Look at that. Alright, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. We're zoomed in a little bit, but that's how we were to look at the drawing, right? So it is what it is. I appreciate you folks joining me for another Cody Coffee and Comics and another draw stream, which was a lot of fun. I'm going to try and do these like every day if I can. At least if I'm not drawing on stream, I'm at least going to try and do some drawing exercises every day for about an hour. We're going to see if I can get to that rhythm. And eventually something might come of it, which would be great. But until then, man, thank you folks for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful day or whatever time it is when you check this out. And I might be back later today with another stream. I'd love to do a game stream. It's been a very long time. Elden Ring's gotten 2 patches since I last streamed, and it still crashes terribly frequently. It looks like a lot of people have that problem, but not everybody, which might mean that they never fix it, in which case I'm going to be very frustrated. But, so I don't know what we'd play if I did. So, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I hope you folks have a wonderful one. And I'll catch you later on that rusty IronVerse Comics trail. Adios, amigos, and vaya con Dios.